While everyone was looking at Spotify, there was a world going on at SoundCloud.
Yeah.
I need to get my music in front of people. And that is whenever I discovered I was good at marketing, because I was good at marketing myself. And I was so good at it that people were asking me, how did I get all these streams?
So what'd you do?
The first thing I did, this is 2015, and I just dropping music, and I was a SoundCloud. What I did is I downloaded this thing called the SoundCloud bot. With that bot, I could make 10,000 accounts a day.
Word.
And I could follow 10,000 people a day and unfollow 10,000 people a day.
What?
And I literally found a folder of like hot girl folder, hot girls. And I uploaded 10,000 photos to 10,000 accounts, and I had them follow 10,000 accounts a day.
Okay.
And then eventually I built a network of 100,000 followers just like that.
Because they would follow you back.
Because guys would follow back because they thought the girls were hot, and then I would have my song reposted at the top. And this is why I'm saying I don't know why. I knew that that's how guys think. So I was like hacking the young mind. Back then, it was like a profile, you'd repost songs. And my wife will love this. So guys, I knew guys would go to the page, and then they would go to the section where all the songs were reposted. A lot of guys would follow the page, and a lot of guys would just look at the songs, just see what being reposted. And so I would have my song in there, and I would have other, like a Drake song, or like an X, like big song. So I'd put my music in between the reposts.
Okay.
So you'd press play on the first one, and then it would just play through. Or they're like, who is this new artist? And that's how I built my following at first. Then the next strategy I did with SoundCloud was I actually took a PayPal loan, and I bought a big SoundCloud account. It had 500,000 followers, and it was called Hip Hop Essentials. And so it was like $1,000. Which at the time I thought was so much money.
A lot of money.
Bought that page, and then I started building a business around it, because then I was charging, because it was a bigger page, I was charging $100, and I was doing outreach like, yo, if you want to get there, I'd do that. But then I'd also funnel it with all these fake girl accounts. And so it would make it look like, oh, I'm really crushing it. All these girls are reposting me. So it was kind of like, it was working. They were really getting plays, but it also was just like a whole system. I would tell them like that's what was going on.
Yeah, of course.
They knew that. They knew the whole gig. But
because eventually you're getting real audiences.
Because these girls had followers. Every girl had like 100 to 300 followers. And I would do it over a period of 2 weeks. But that was step one. Step two was realizing that, you remember DatPiff?
Of course.
Of course. A lot of people don't. So DatPiff is where you would go to get all of Lil Wayne's mixtapes. Basically, that's how I'd explain it.
Yeah.
All mixtapes, but that was Wayne Wayne brought everyone to that. And in my age group, whenever SoundCloud popped off, DatPiff started dying. And I realized there's this hole. Actually, Spotify, SoundCloud killed DatPiff, but then Spotify didn't have the music from DatPiff, and SoundCloud didn't either. So what I did was I took every single mixtape you can think that you've ever heard on DatPiff, I took it and I brought it to SoundCloud, and I made a Drake account, I made a Lil Wayne account, I made a Kendrick account, I made a Beyonce account. I made it every single artist, because at the time, labels didn't see value in SoundCloud. This is before Lil Pump blows up. This is before 6ix9ine. This is before Trippie Redd. About a year and a half. This is before Lil Uzi Vert. And so within 6-7 months, I amassed 5 billion plays.
Wow.
Because understand, I have every Drake song, like all the mixtape music, and there's nowhere else to get it.
These were your pages that you made.
I owned. While everyone was looking at Spotify, there was a world going on at SoundCloud.
Yeah.
And that's why everyone missed X. That's why everyone missed Juice WRLD. I mean, they didn't miss him. Eventually, they popped their head up and they got him. Like anyone that was on SoundCloud at that time, you knew when you heard Juice and you knew when you heard X. Like these guys were. These were not regular artists. This was like superstar level talent.
Yeah.